This is a problem of Venn diagram. In this problem, it is given that there are total 300 students in SRCC hostel. Out of them, 70 belong to Tiger Group. Here, the diagram for 3 sets is given. The number of students who belong to Tiger Group is 70, and that of those who belong to Lion Group is 85, and to Leopard Group is 90. Exactly 45 students belong to Tiger and Lion Group, which means this whole region stands for 45. 40 students belong to Tiger and Leopard Group, which means this whole stands for 40, and 60 students belong to both Tiger and Leopard Group, which means this whole stands for 60. If the number of students who belong to all the 3 groups is X, then the number of students who belong to only Tiger and Lion Group is 45 minus X. Similarly, those belong to only Tiger and Leopard Group is 40 minus X, and to that Lion and Leopard Group is 60 minus X. Similarly, we can find the number of students who only belong to Tiger Group, and it comes out to be 15, and only Lion Group X minus 20, and only Leopard Group is X minus 10. If we go through the questions, we realize that the questions have a lot to do with maximum and minimum possible value of X. So before moving to questions, let's find the maximum and minimum possible value of X. Maximum possible value of X will be minimum of 40, 45 and 60, and it is 40, so maximum value of X is 40. Now find the minimum value of X. For this, we need to take care of certain things, and first thing, that is the sum of 45 minus X plus X plus 40 minus X has to be less or equal to 70, as this whole region along with X minus 15 is equal to 17. So the sum of 45 minus X plus X and 40 minus X has to be less or equal to 70. From here we get X less or rather less or equal to, instead greater or equal to 15. Similarly, when we take the sum of 45 minus X and 60 minus X, this has to be less or equal to 85. From here we get X has to be greater or equal to 20, and finally when we take sum of 40 minus X and 60 minus X, this has to be less than 90 or less or equal to 90. From here we get X greater or equal to 10. So there are 3 things, that is X is greater or equal to 15, X is greater or equal to 20, and X is greater or equal to 10, and common of these is X greater or equal to 20. So the minimum value of X has to be 20, because X cannot be less than 20, it is greater or equal to 20, therefore minimum value of X is 20. Now let's move to the questions. In first question, it is given that if the number of students belonging to all the 3 groups is min, that is average of its maximum and minimum possible value, so X is X max plus X by 2. From here we get x. 40 plus 20 by 2, that is 30. And it is asking how many students in the hostel do not belong to any of the three groups. The number of students who do not belong to any of the three groups is 300 minus the sum of all the quantities that are given in the Venn diagram, and this comes out to be 100 plus x. So the required quantity will be 300 minus 100 plus 30, and this is equal to 170. Hence the required answer is option B. In the next question, it is given that if the number of students belonging to all the three groups is maximum possible, which means x is 40, and tiger group starts collecting a Rangdari tax from all those who do not belong to this group. So the number of people who do not belong to the tiger group will be total number of students, that is 300, minus belonging to this group, which is 70, and thereby the total number of students belonging to the group other than tiger is 230, and the Rangdari tax is charged at a rate of 10 rupees per student. Then what will be the amount collected by tiger group in the form of Rangdari tax? So simply we need to multiply 230 by 10 in order to get the amount of Rangdari tax. This is 2300. Therefore option B is the correct answer. Here it should be noted that the info given in the form of number of students belonging to all the three groups is maximum is redundant, because it is not required for answering the question. In next question, it is given that if the number of students belonging to at least one of the three groups is its minimum possible value, what is the number of students who belong to only lion group? Here the number of students belonging to at least one group is obtained by adding all the figures given in the Venn diagram, and this comes out to be 100 and x that we computed for question number first of this set as well. And it is given that this quantity is minimum. It will be minimum only when x is minimum, and we know that minimum value of x is 20. Here it is asking what is the number of students who belong to only lion group. The number of students who belong to only lion group is x minus 20, and in this case x is 20. Therefore the number of students who belong to lion group is 20 minus 20, that is 0. Therefore option C is the correct answer. Moving to the last question of this set, here it is given that the number of students belonging to none of the three groups is maximum. How many students belong to exactly two of the three groups? Here the number of students belonging to none of the three groups is 300 minus 100 plus x, which we calculated for question number first as well. And it is given that here this quantity is maximum, which means 200 minus x is maximum, and this will be maximum only when x is minimum and minimum possible value of x is 20. Therefore the value that x takes in this problem is 20, and we have to find the number of students who belong to exactly two of the three groups, and it is 45 minus x plus 40 minus x plus 60 minus x. On substituting x equals 20, this sum comes out to be 85, which is option D. So that's all in this set.